You eat vegetables to stay healthy, right? But what if I told you a few of those so-called healthy veggies might actually be harming your legs, weakening your circulation, and slowly stealing your independence? It sounds unbelievable. But for millions of people over 60, that's the silent reality. Some vegetables, though common, contain compounds that can quietly inflame joints, disrupt nerve function, and even increase your risk of falls. And while you're trying to do the right thing, your body might be fighting back from the inside. Today, we're revealing three vegetables seniors should never eat and three powerful ones you should be eating daily to keep your legs strong, your brain sharp, and your body energized. These aren't myths. This is nutrition based on real science, tailored for aging bodies. So stay with me, and before we start, hit subscribe so you never miss a health tip that could change how you age. 1. Eggplant, the hidden danger to comfort and mobility. It looks harmless. A deep, glossy purple, firm to the touch, beautiful on the outside. You might enjoy it grilled, baked, or as part of your favorite stew. But what if I told you this elegant vegetable could be quietly weakening your legs, inflaming your joints, and stealing your comfort, bite by bite? As we age, every food choice we make begins to matter more. What once was harmless in our 30s or 40s can now impact the body with silent, compounding effects. And eggplant is one of the sneakiest culprits, especially for seniors. Let's talk science. Eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, along with tomatoes, potatoes, and peppers. These vegetables contain a natural chemical called solanine, a defense compound plants use to deter pests. But in the human body, especially in sensitive individuals and aging adults, solanine can cause low-grade chronic inflammation. Now, inflammation is already a growing problem after 60. Our joints naturally degenerate, circulation slows, and muscles lose mass. Add solanine into the mix, and what you get is accelerated stiffness, nerve irritation, and subtle loss of mobility. You may not notice it at first. One day it's harder to get out of a chair. Then it's your knees aching on the stairs. Then it's waking up with tight hips or feeling like your legs are heavier than they used to be. Most people chalk this up to getting older, but in many cases, it's what you're eating. Eggplant may be low in calories and high in fiber, but its chemical profile is not senior-friendly for those dealing with arthritis, joint sensitivity, or muscle stiffness. Solanine affects the connective tissues in your legs, reduces nerve communication, and impairs proper muscle recovery. That means slower walking speed, more leg cramps, poor circulation to the feet and toes, a creeping sense of imbalance, and an increased risk of falls. The leading cause of injury-related death in people over 65, even worse? Solanine is heat-resistant. Whether you grill it, bake it, or stew it, you cannot cook the risk out of it. If eggplant is a regular part of your diet and you're already facing mobility issues, balance problems, or nerve discomfort, it may be time to step back and rethink. This isn't fear, it's information. Because here's what's really at stake: your independence, your ability to move freely, get out of bed with confidence, walk to the mailbox, stand in the kitchen, dance at your granddaughter's wedding. And if one food is quietly eroding that, it deserves a second look. Now, to be clear, some people tolerate eggplant just fine. But if you're over 60 and already dealing with inflammation, pain, stiffness, or fatigue in your legs or back, eggplant may be making things worse without you realizing it. There are better choices: vegetables that cool inflammation, support healthy circulation, and strengthen the muscles and joints that carry you through life. Coming up next, a vegetable found in almost every kitchen, praised for its crunch, but quietly attacking your gut and your nerves from the inside out. Don't miss it. 2. Green bell peppers, the bright imposter that disturbs your digestion and nerves. They sit proudly in the produce aisle, vibrant, crunchy, and affordable. Green bell peppers are in salads, stir-fries, soups, often praised as a healthy vegetable choice. But for seniors over 60, this colorful kitchen regular may carry hidden risks that go far beyond flavor. Let's start with what makes green bell peppers so misleading. They look fresh. They're low in calories. They add crisp texture to nearly any dish. But beneath that bright surface is a chemical defense system that can silently irritate your gut, disturb nutrient absorption, and quietly inflame your joints and nerves. Here's why. Green bell peppers are part of the nightshade family, like eggplants and potatoes. And just like those vegetables, they contain lectins, complex plant proteins that bind to the lining of your intestines. For the average person, this might not be a problem. But for seniors whose digestive systems are already more delicate and whose immune responses are slower, lectins can cause low-grade chronic inflammation. And the worst part? You often don't even notice it happening. Let me ask you, have you felt more bloated lately, even after a small meal? Have your legs started to feel a little more numb or unstable when you walk? Do your joints feel stiff, especially in the ankles or toes? Or maybe your energy just isn't bouncing back the way it used to? These symptoms may not be random. In many older adults, they point toward silent inflammation, which over time begins to impact the very systems that keep you standing, walking, and balanced. Lectins interfere with nutrient absorption in the gut, meaning even if you eat healthy, your body may not fully absorb the vitamins and minerals it desperately needs, like B12, iron, magnesium, and calcium. That means weak muscles, thinner bones, slower healing, and compromised nerves, especially in the legs and feet. What makes green bell peppers more problematic than red, yellow, or orange ones is that they are simply unripe versions of those same peppers. Unripe fruits and vegetables tend to contain more defensive compounds like lectins and fewer protective antioxidants. That means while you're crunching into a pepper that looks fresh, you're getting less benefit and more biological resistance. Can cooking reduce the risk? Somewhat, but not completely. Cooking does mildly reduce lectin content, but if you already have digestive sensitivities, arthritis, or circulation issues, even small amounts may trigger silent reactions that affect your mobility and comfort. If you love bell peppers, here's a tip. Opt for fully ripened red, orange, or yellow ones instead. They contain more antioxidants like beta-carotene, lycopene, and vitamin C, all of which help calm inflammation, protect your nerves, and support healthy blood flow. Your gut and your legs will thank you. Because aging well isn't just about what you add, it's also about what you subtract. And if one simple swap could ease your digestion, reduce nerve pain, and support your strength, isn't it worth trying? Coming up next, a comfort food classic you've likely eaten your whole life, but now it may be quietly sabotaging your blood sugar, circulation, and balance. You won't believe what it is. 3. White potatoes, the comfort food that quietly weakens your legs and balance. They're warm, they're familiar, mashed at family dinners, crisped into golden fries, or baked beside a hearty meal. White potatoes have been part of your plate for decades. They bring comfort, nostalgia, and tradition. But what if I told you this beloved staple could be one of the quietest threats to your strength, balance, and independence after 60? Let's look beneath the surface. White potatoes are high in simple carbohydrates and have a very high glycemic index, meaning they cause your blood sugar to spike quickly after eating. For seniors, especially those dealing with diabetes, prediabetes, or heart conditions, these sharp spikes and crashes can cause a chain reaction of damage. Why does this matter? Every time your blood sugar surges, your body responds with insulin and inflammation. And repeated inflammation, especially in aging blood vessels and nerves, leads to weakened circulation to your legs and feet, increased numbness or tingling, neuropathy, slower reflexes, and delayed healing. Higher risk of muscle fatigue and instability. This isn't just about numbers on a chart. It's about what your body feels day to day. You may have noticed your legs cramping more often, a heaviness in your feet during short walks, difficulty balancing without holding on to something, or that slow, dragging feeling in your lower body. These signs could be your body trying to tell you, the foods that once gave you energy are now quietly draining it. But the danger doesn't stop at blood sugar. White potatoes have also been linked to arteriosclerosis, a hardening of the arteries that severely restricts blood flow. In older adults, this means less oxygen and nutrients reaching the legs and brain, both of which are critical for walking steadily, avoiding falls, and staying mentally sharp. You might think, but I don't eat fries every day. That's not the only form that causes harm. Even mashed potatoes, when combined with butter, cream, or salt, become a metabolic burden for the heart, blood vessels, and kidneys. And for seniors managing medications, this kind of load can reduce the effectiveness of treatment and increase long-term risk. White potatoes also offer very little antioxidant protection compared to other root vegetables. Unlike sweet potatoes, carrots, or beets, which are rich in beta-carotene, anthocyanins, and vitamin C, white potatoes do almost nothing to slow down the aging process at the cellular level. So while they might feel like comfort on the outside, inside they may be accelerating the very decline you're trying to avoid. Now, does this mean you can never eat potatoes again? Not necessarily, but if you want to stay active, steady, and independent as you age, consider making smarter swaps. Try sweet potatoes, rich in antioxidants and fiber mashed cauliflower, creamy, satisfying, and low in carbs. Roasted carrots or parsnips for natural sweetness and blood sugar support. Because in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, every meal becomes more than food. It becomes either an investment in your freedom or a silent risk to it. Coming up next, we shift from what to avoid to what to embrace. Let's explore the three vegetables every senior should eat daily to protect their brain, boost circulation, and stay strong from the ground up. Vegetable number one, broccoli, the natural armor against aging. It doesn't shout, it doesn't sparkle, and you've probably seen it steamed beside fish or hidden under a drizzle of melted cheese. But don't let its simplicity fool you, because when it comes to preserving your strength, protecting your brain, and keeping your legs steady after 60, broccoli is one of the most powerful defenses nature ever designed. For many seniors, the challenges of aging don't arrive all at once. They creep in, a little more stiffness in the knees, a little more forgetfulness, a little less energy after short walks. These may seem like separate issues, but at the root of them all is a quiet, dangerous force, chronic inflammation, and that's where broccoli steps in. This humble green vegetable is rich in sulforaphane, a potent phytonutrient that doesn't just reduce inflammation, it activates your body's internal detox and repair systems. Think of it like flipping on your body's cleanup crew, the one that removes damaged cells, neutralizes toxins, and strengthens your defenses from within. Let's start with your legs, your foundation. As circulation slows with age, tiny blood vessels in the legs and feet become vulnerable. This leads to cold feet, cramping, weakness, and worst of all, imbalance. But sulforaphane has been shown to improve peripheral circulation, keeping the lower limbs nourished and responsive. That means fewer leg cramps, stronger steps, less wobble when walking, and a reduced risk of falls. And remember, falls are the #1 cause of injury-related death in seniors over 65. Broccoli doesn't just help you avoid pain, it helps you hold on to your independence. Now let's talk about the mind. Broccoli is rich in vitamin K, folate, and antioxidants that directly support brain health and memory retention. Studies show that seniors who consume cruciferous vegetables like broccoli have better cognitive function and slower mental decline. It also contains calcium, which supports both bones and nerve transmission, two systems that must work in harmony to maintain balance and coordination. But there's more. Broccoli helps protect your heart by preventing arterial calcification, a common condition in seniors that hardens the arteries and increases the risk of stroke or heart disease. It also supports gut health, feeding beneficial bacteria that keep your immune system strong and your digestion smooth. All of this wrapped inside a small green floret. Here's how to get the most benefit. Don't overcook it. Overboiling destroys sulforaphane. Instead, lightly steam for 3 to 5 minutes until it's bright green and still slightly firm. Add lemon or olive oil for enhanced absorption and flavor. Include it in stir-fries, soups, or even blended into smoothies. Yes, really. 1 cup a day is all it takes. Because broccoli is more than food. It's your shield, your silent bodyguard, a vegetable that works behind the scenes to keep you standing tall, thinking clearly and moving with confidence. Coming up next, a tender green leaf that boosts blood flow to your brain and legs and may just be the secret to mental clarity after 65. Let's talk about spinach. Vegetable number 2. Spinach, the green fuel for your brain, blood, and balance. You've seen it on your plate for years, maybe in a salad, maybe sautéed beside eggs. It doesn't demand attention. It doesn't beg to be noticed. But for those over 60, this soft, leafy green might just be the closest thing to edible energy your body still remembers. We're talking about spinach, and it's time to see it for what it truly is, a natural performance enhancer for your brain, blood vessels, and muscles. Let's begin with one of the most powerful truths of aging. Circulation slows. That means less oxygen reaches your muscles, your brain, your heart. And when your body runs on less oxygen, every movement feels harder, slower, heavier. But spinach reverses that. This humble leaf is packed with natural nitrates, not the artificial kind found in processed meats, but plant-based nitrates that help open up blood vessels, improve vascular flexibility, and supercharge blood flow throughout the body. What does that mean for you? More oxygen to your legs, faster nutrient delivery to your muscles, sharper reflexes, less fatigue after walking, and a noticeable boost in endurance. You'll start to feel it in the little moments. When you rise from a chair more easily, when you reach the end of the hallway without holding the wall, when your mind feels clearer, faster, more focused than it has in months. But spinach doesn't stop there. It's rich in folate, vitamin K, and lutein, nutrients that protect your brain, support memory, and guard against age-related cognitive decline. Studies show that seniors who consume more leafy greens like spinach perform significantly better on memory and processing tests than those who don't. And what about your eyes? Spinach contains zeaxanthin and lutein, antioxidants that directly protect the macula, the center of your retina. This is critical because macular degeneration is the #1 cause of vision loss in older adults. With better eyesight, you maintain your ability to read without strain, drive safely, recognize faces, and move confidently through the world. Spinach also supports your digestive health. Its natural fiber and gentle texture help prevent constipation, a common and often overlooked problem in seniors that can affect mood, energy, and even balance. So how should you eat it? Lightly sautéed in olive oil, blended into green smoothies, tossed fresh into salads, or added to omelets and soups. Avoid overcooking, as that destroys key nutrients. Just a handful every day is enough to feel the difference. Spinach isn't flashy, but it fuels your legs, protects your eyes, and ignites your mind. It supports the quiet systems that keep you upright, independent, and engaged in life. Because aging isn't about stopping, it's about finding the right fuel to keep going with strength and clarity. Next up, a bright orange root that does more than just support your vision. It protects your balance, your brain signals, and the muscles that keep you standing tall. Let's talk carrots. Vegetable number 3, carrots, the bright orange guardian of balance, vision, and strength. They're sweet. They crunch between your teeth. They remind you of childhood, of lunch boxes and home-cooked meals. But carrots are far more than just a snack. For seniors, they are a powerful weapon against decline, not just of vision, but of balance, coordination, and mobility itself. You may have heard carrots are good for the eyes. And it's true. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A, an essential nutrient for protecting your retina and maintaining sharp, night-friendly vision. But here's what most people don't realize. Good vision is the first line of defense against dangerous falls. When you can clearly see the edge of a stair, the shift in flooring, or an object in your path, you react faster, walk steadier, and move with confidence. This alone makes carrots a vital food for preserving independence after 60. But carrots don't stop at the eyes. They're packed with antioxidants that protect your neuromuscular system, the intricate network of nerves, blood vessels, and muscles that let your brain talk to your legs. In simpler terms, carrots help keep the signals between your brain and your feet strong and responsive. As we age, those signals slow. You begin to notice a slight hesitation before stepping, a wobble when you turn too quickly, that unnerving moment when your feet don't move as fast as your thoughts. This decline can feel subtle until it isn't, until one misstep becomes a fall, until your walk to the mailbox becomes something you avoid. But the antioxidants in carrots, like lutein, beta-carotene, and alpha-carotene, help preserve these neural pathways, keeping your reactions sharp and your steps sure. And there's more. Carrots are also rich in soluble fiber, which supports healthy digestion, helps regulate blood sugar, and lowers LDL cholesterol. These three things, gut health, sugar stability, and heart strength, are all foundational to sustained energy, mood stability, and long-term mobility. Think about this. Every time you crunch into a fresh carrot, you're doing more than nourishing your body. You're strengthening your legs. You're stabilizing your balance. You're protecting your ability to walk freely through the world. And unlike so many other foods, carrots are inexpensive, easy to prepare, and naturally delicious. How to eat them? Raw as a snack, grated into salads, lightly steamed with herbs or blended into soups and smoothies. The key is consistency. 1 to 2 carrots a day is enough to make a measurable difference over time. Because carrots aren't just orange roots, they're guardians of your visio. So let's recap. Broccoli strengthens your system from the inside out, spinach fuels your brain and blood, and carrots keep you clear-eyed, balanced, and steady on your feet. Thank you for watching. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps more seniors discover these life-changing health tips. Don't forget to subscribe to Nutrition Cure and tap the notification bell so you never miss our weekly videos on senior health, nutrition, and natural wellness. Know someone over 60 who needs to hear this? Share this video with them. It might make a real difference in their life. Let's age with wisdom, energy, and independence. Stay smart, stay strong, stay healthy with Nutrition Cure. Drop a 1 in the comments if you found this helpful. We love hearing from you.